Agree. The number one need for this team is starting two-guard. A two-way two-guard.
Just, sure, every team in the league.
I think, but with Curry specifically.
With Curry, but if you, again, when you have Andrew Wiggins not defending at the level he should have been defending at, this should have been a year where you could get by with Clay. Now, I do like Clay coming with CP3 and Chase Jackson-Davis because some of the things on offense, especially now, Draymond Green is looking for Steph and Curry at the top of the key. I don't know. Draymond and Clay can still play together at a very high level.
Yeah.
But in that starting lineup, when you're trying to get Andrew Wiggins force-fed, and you're trying to get Jonathan Kuminga going, because remember, Kuminga's now taking shots away from Andrew Wiggins, from Stephen Curry, from Klay Thompson in that starting unit. Sure, I would love to have a two-way guard. But how about, what if Wiggins could play the two in that starting lineup? You got,
well, that's what I'm asking.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you keep telling me we shouldn't be asking Podziemski. He's third in minutes per game.
No, to me, it's.
That's what the team's doing.
I know that's what they're doing. But I can't lean on him. I can't.
No, I know you
can't go out of the way and blame Podziemski.
No, I'm not blaming him.
You know what I'm saying? To say he's the reason why you're losing or winning. The guy he's having a rough spot right now. He's having a rough spell for a week. It happens in the league.
He's been a good rookie.
But he's been a very solid rookie.
No, he's been a really good rookie. But I look at it as the team is over-relying on him.
They are because of the ball pounding. You're not playing .5 basketball. You're not moving the ball. There's a lot of ball pounding, a lot of dribbling here. Here's JJ in San Jose. Spent $10 on this on YouTube. Hot take. The way the Warriors handled Jordan Poole really turned off fans, including myself. Then this year's issues with Draymond and Wiggins really disappointed us. We are done. That's JJ in San Jose. Is that the case? Has some of the things that have happened with this basketball team turned you away from the Golden State Warriors? Because I do hear some people say, well, they're not watchable. They're unlikable. I think they have a very likable team. The brand of basketball they play when they're humming is very watchable. I think
they've spoiled us.
But they have spoiled us.
I think that's and I'm speaking for myself, and I don't know how many agree with me out there, but I do believe that a lot of us were so accustomed to seeing the best basketball any of us has ever seen in our lifetimes, and everything was beautiful. The defensive end was just connected to no degree. You watched passion and ball movement and spacing and the high IQ backdoors, and if you left a guy off screen, the selflessness to set screens, and we were watching the highest level of basketball the Bay Area has ever seen. For almost a decade. And we were watching some of the most genuine, down-to-earth dudes. They were also great guys, which I think, baked into the whole thing. Family guys that everybody related to. And they were lovable and so many things. And when they start to struggle, I think everything gets, all the negatives get kind of accentuated and the flaws go out there. And I do believe that a lot of people like myself, we got spoiled. And we thought it would last forever. And that's just not sports. Nothing lasts forever. The Patriots just ended.
Yeah, they're done. Nothing lasts forever. But you know what? Is there something with this team? We still have 14 games left. We'll get to the offseason, and trust me, if with the way everybody's talking, the way people believe in this team, the season will be over sooner rather than later. A lot of people mindset are saying, yeah, whatever. Let's just move on and get to the offseason. Well, the offseason will be here. And there will be a lot of changes or a lot of choices that this team has to make. The decision makers, the top dogs, the Lakers, the Levies, they're going to have to make decisions on how to move forward with this roster here because obviously there's been a struggle. There's been a struggle with consistency. There's been a struggle with injuries. Draymond being suspended didn't help situation. There's a lot going on here. And then the fact that you haven't won at home, you're just 18-18 at home, that fear of having that devastating home court has dissipated this season. Teams are coming in like Aldama. We read a segment the other day on the pregame show. Who are all these guys just lighting up the Golden State Warriors? Guys who are having career highs. Harrison Barnes had a career high this year against the Golden State Warriors. G.G. Jackson, we all remember him. Aldama was cooking the other day for crying out loud. Miles McBride, who had 3 games in which he scored a total of 19 points in 57 minutes, all of a sudden plays 46 minutes for the Knicks and drops 29 against the Warriors. That's been happening way too much.
Yeah, I don't think that has anything to do with fear. I think that has to do with we're not as good. Teams just
not playing, or teams not playing capable.
We're just not as good. You know what I mean? And then when you see somebody who's slower and older in front of you, you're going to blow by them. I just think I look at this team and they're older, they're slower, and they're short. And that's a really bad recipe for where you're at right now. Look, I know the offseason is the offseason, but I'll just put a little something into your head here. And you can say, Joe, you're an idiot. They're old, blah, 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 blah. And that's fine. I believe with the youth across the board of the NBA and how extremely athletic and how extremely dynamic every team is, I think the only way for the offseason to go, if I'm Steph Curry and the Warriors, is I'm doubling down and I'm saying the old guys need to take the league back for 1 year, and I'm dead serious on this. I'm finding a way. It feels like to me everything's lining up this way. You're getting LeBron, and you double down on the old guys, and you roll with just Kuminga and a bunch of old dudes, and you try to run one championship back.
LeBron's in a nice spot right now, right? He comes here. I mean, back to LeBron James. LeBron James not guaranteed a championship.
There's no guarantees. There's no guarantees on any championships.
You become older. You're just as slow. I just don't. All right. Other than box office reasons and content reasons and ticket sales, what is LeBron?
To think that a 27-year-old or 26-year-old is going to want to come here via a trade and demand to come play here feels even more asinine than me suggesting that LeBron will be great in year 40.
I'm just looking at it stylistically. LeBron's going to have the ball in his hands. He needs the ball in his hands, right? Draymond Green needs the ball in his hands. Chris Paul kind of needs the ball in his hands. There's a lot of guys who need the ball in their hands to be effective.
I know.
I'm not sure
I know you're not going to agree.
I'm just trying to figure out how it works from a basketball. Like, I know LeBron and Curry can play together. There's no doubt.
But we're trying to talk ourselves into a team that I know is deeply flawed right now in the Golden State Warriors. And if LeBron came to this team, instantly he's the second best player on the team.
Like, you do that, and it feels like Carmelo to Gary Payton going to the Lakers. It feels like Dwight Howard and Steve Nash going to the LA Lakers with Kobe Bryant and not making it past the second round. I just don't see how you get better. I just don't see how LeBron makes you better. You have to get younger.
I mean, they're closer to 11 right now than they are to 1.
No, of course.
I mean, like no doubt. They're closer to 11 than they are.
But think about why that is. Why is that? Andrew Wiggins, inconsistencies, right? We're blown. Andrew Wiggins this year, the guy's averaging 12.7 points a game. 12.7 points a game, Andrew Wiggins, right? 4.5 rebounds. You think about his lowest numbers, it's come the last 2 years with the Warriors where he averaged 17 to 17, and we know why he averaged 17 to 17 because you got to feed Clay, you got to feed Curry, you got a lot of scorers on his team. But usually it is the height of heights for Andrew Wiggins. He's averaging 20 a game. He's down. Think about this. He's down to 12.7.
Can I use your thing though?
Now
on Wiggins,
hold on, real
fears
quick.
him?
Here's the other thing too. He's taking 14 shots a game. He's down to 10 shots a game. So the aggressiveness is gone. So now I'm thinking about Andrew Wiggins being inconsistent. You're asking me why they're closer to 11th? Or Andrew Wiggins averaging 12 and a half points per game.
He's not the only reason.
Oh, he's not. No, I'm getting there. Draymond Green missed 18 games due to suspension. Got kicked out of 3 other ones.
And now his back's still hurting.
And now his back is aching.
And they're locked up
games here and there. Exactly.
He was talking about it yesterday on the podcast. Like, his back's not good.
Back's not good. So that's another reason. Clay getting in his own head and then all of a sudden get out of his own head. That helped. The young guy's not ready to roll. Not playing Kuminga early this season, which hurt. They needed his athleticism. So there's a lot of baked-in reasons also why they're in 10th place. But LeBron James, the answer? Going old is the answer?
Well, I think praying for one of these younger stars to demand out and come to the Warriors as like a savior, like that feels less likely than
it does
me
feel
banking on LeBron being good in year 40. Who's been talking about Curry for months now.
But what if LeBron is just setting this up and then maybe he tries to get Clay to come down to L.A.
That could be possible.
He does has a $51 million play option.
Doing?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's go to Chris in Daly City. Chris, what's happening? By the way, shameless shout-outs in 5 minutes. Line them up. 888-957-9570. Your opportunity to shout out anybody you want to shout out. Chris in Daly City, what's happening?
What's good, Bonte? I'm just wondering why we're so doom and gloom on the Warriors right now. We got 2 weeks.
First call of the day, and let's just go ahead and flush it. Let's just use the flushing.
Poor guys. Connection flush.
No, look, Chris in Daly City, call us back. I just wanted to hear the flushing sound. Call us back. Call us back.
Am I too close to the painting? Should I be more optimistic?
Call us back. By the way,
do I sound doom and gloom?
That flushing sound was brought to you by Flowing Water Plumbing and Drain. Yeah, I think you've lost faith in this team. It sounds like you've lost. Hey, look, I'm not telling you to be, hey, man, they're going to wave your pom-poms. They're going to be okay. The Warriors going to go 11-3 in the next 14 games. They're going to win. They're going to go to the finals. Mm-hmm. I don't think anybody should do that. They are who they are. They're 18-18 at home. You are what your record says you are.
Last year it was the road. This year it's home.
Yeah, it's home. Just like, it's just strange. And think about all the games.
I don't think it's strange. I just think they're not as good.
No, I think it's strange because they've blown. Think about how many leads they've blown. It's been very weird. They've blown so many double-digit leads at home where we're accustomed to, hey, they're going to win at home. They're going to freaking blow teams out with a third quarter run or whatnot. We have been spoiled here. We have been spoiled. But I think if you want to move forward and you want to get back to being a competitive, if you want to get back to a championship picture, I don't think going down the LeBron route is the way to do it. That's a quick fix, quick Band-Aid to fix or try to fix a problem, and there's no guarantees there. LeBron James can't beat the Denver Nuggets with AD.
Well, you're just trying to maximize the last year or two of Curry's prime.
Yeah, so there may be other avenues to do it.
That's the reason why it makes sense.
There may be other avenues to do that. I'm not sure that's the avenue to do that. I'm really not.
I'm looking at this year, and it's just every time I'm ready to give them the benefit of the doubt that they had earned the 9 years prior, it feels like then they come out and they lay an egg, and you get a game where you're just like, what is going on here? There's no sense of urgency. They don't realize where they are in the standings.
No, there's a sense of urgency, and I think they do understand where they are in the standings. They understand that clearly where they are in the standings. They understand that they put themselves in a foxhole. I think that's so fair to say. They don't know, but they're in a situation to where they need to try to just regain their form for the 14-4 stretch of playing good basketball. And it's not about the standings at this point. It's about playing the best basketball you could possibly play at a consistent level. You got to get consistent here over the next 14. They understand where they're at in the standings. They know the Rockets are 3 games behind them. They understand that they're in 10th place.
Is it only 3 now? It's 3?
It's 3. 3 in the loss column.
3 in the loss.
And the Warriors right now have the tiebreaker.
So there's 4.
I'm not necessarily too worried about the Rockets right now. I'm worried about how the Warriors are playing, what their form looks like. And tonight against Indiana,
Halliburton.
Now Halliburton's had a little bit of a bump in the road. He hasn't been as efficient lately over his last 10, 11 games as he was the first half of the season. And maybe that has to do with the injury. Maybe that has to do with some of the things that he said off the court about being used as the prop. But you look at him over the last 10, he's shooting 42% from the floor, just 17% from 3. That's Halliburton. Last 10 games, he's shooting 17.6% from the three-point line. He's got 1 of 3, 1 of 9, 1 of 9, 1 of 6, 2 of 6.
I hope he doesn't bust out tonight.
3 of 10, 0 for 6, 0 for 6.
Who's marking him up tonight to start the game?
It's got to be Kuminga or Wiggins.
Yes.
That's where Wiggins comes into play. If you want to have any faith at making a run and winning a play-in game, Andrew Wiggins has to be Andrew Wiggins. And I know it's a big ask. It's a big ask right now.
He did it against Luka a couple years ago. Why should it be any more crazy?
I thought he played hard against the LA Lakers. It defended LeBron James and made it work for things.
Yes.
So
it was a little easier when AD got off the floor because it makes the rotations a little easier. No, but I agree. It was a much better effort. Absolutely.
So
beggars can't be choosers.
Exactly.